Let's talk about Afghanistan, not for its wars, but for what's hidden beneath its soil. Beneath decades of chaos lies a geological jackpot minerals worth up to $3 trillion. The U.S. Geological Survey estimates at least $1 trillion, while Afghan officials claim even more. We're not talking about a few gold nuggets. This is a world-class collection of minerals essential for the 21st century. Imagine one of the world's poorest countries secretly holding the winning ticket for the green energy revolution. The Pentagon once called Afghanistan the Saudi Arabia of lithium, the stuff that powers your phone, your car, your future. The Soviets knew about it in the 1980s, the Americans confirmed it later, but both were too busy fighting wars to dig it up. So, the treasure stayed buried, a secret whispered in boardrooms and intelligence briefings. It's like having a priceless vase in your attic, but the attic's on fire and full of hornets. Now, with the Taliban back in charge and the Americans gone, a new player is stepping in: China. Beijing sees Afghanistan not as a problem, but as a massive, untapped opportunity. This is a high-stakes gamble that could reshape global supply chains and shift the balance of power. The question isn't if someone will try to claim this prize, but who will succeed, and at what cost. The answer is unfolding right now in the mountains of Central Asia. Afghanistan's minerals could change the world, if anyone can get to them, and the world is watching. So, what's in Afghanistan's $3 trillion goodie bag? Not just gold, think lithium, copper, iron, and rare earths. Lithium is the headliner. It's the key to rechargeable batteries in everything from smartphones to electric cars. As the world races toward green energy, lithium demand is exploding, and Afghanistan could rival the world's biggest suppliers. Next up, copper. It's the backbone of electrification, wiring, grids, wind turbines, EVs. No copper, no green revolution. Iron ore is here too, essential for steel and industry. And then, rare earth elements. 17 metals crucial for high-tech magnets, screens, and even missile guidance systems. China currently dominates rare earths, controlling over 80% of global supply. A new source outside China would be a game-changer for the tech industry. Put it all together, and Afghanistan is a one-stop shop for the green energy transition. For China, gaining access isn't just business. It's a strategic imperative. Whoever controls these minerals controls the future of technology. That's why the world's eyes are on Afghanistan's buried treasure. The stakes couldn't be higher. China's interest in Afghanistan isn't new. They've been watching as others failed. While the US spent trillions on war, China focused on economics and infrastructure. Their Belt and Road Initiative aims to connect China to the world, and Afghanistan is a missing link. The Mes Anak copper mine is a prime example. A massive deposit, leased by a Chinese company, but stalled by instability and ancient ruins. Since the Taliban's return, China has shifted into high gear, keeping its embassy open, talking business, and promising investment. In 2023, China, Pakistan, and the Taliban agreed to extend the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor into Afghanistan. China isn't being charitable, it's pragmatic, even predatory. By offering cash and infrastructure, China gets a front-row seat at Afghanistan's mineral auction. They're willing to deal with a regime the world shuns, because the prize is too big to ignore. This time, China hopes to be the one holding the shovel, not buried by the mountain. It's a calculated risk, and the payoff could be enormous. The world is watching to see if China's long game pays off. Why is the Taliban rolling out the red carpet for China? Because Afghanistan's economy is in freefall. When the Taliban took power, foreign aid vanished and billions in assets were frozen. The result, mass unemployment, poverty, and a humanitarian crisis. The Taliban quickly realized that running a country is harder than fighting a war. Enter China, not as a critic, but as a potential savior. China's no-strings-attached policy is appealing. No lectures on human rights, just business. For the Taliban, China offers a lifeline, cash, jobs, and a path to international legitimacy. The plan to extend the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor into Afghanistan is central. It promises new trade routes, jobs, and hope for economic recovery. For the Taliban, survival now depends on economic stability, and China is the only major power offering a real plan. It's a partnership born of necessity. If Afghanistan is so rich in minerals, why isn't it being mined already? Because mining here is a nightmare. Security is the first hurdle. Rival groups like ISIS-K still threaten stability and target economic projects. infrastructure is almost non-existent. The richest deposits are in remote mountainous regions with no roads, railways, or power. Building the basics would cost billions before a single ounce is extracted. Then, there's the legal chaos. The Taliban's mining laws are unclear and deals may not be honored. Regional politics add more risk, with India and others wary of Chinese influence. Even if everything went perfectly, mining projects take years, sometimes decades, to develop. The dream of Afghan mineral wealth is real, but the obstacles are massive. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a long, expensive grind. For now, the minerals remain locked beneath the mountains. The world wants them, but getting them is another story. The reality is a mountain of challenges, literal and political. The jackpot is there, but so are the risks. So, why is China still interested despite the risks? Because China plays the long game. For Beijing, the challenges are just costs to be managed for a bigger prize: resource security. China's factories need minerals, and Afghanistan is right next door. Securing Afghan lithium, copper, and rare earths would future-proof China's tech and green energy industries. It's also about the Belt and Road, integrating Afghanistan into China's sphere of influence. Every road and railway deepens Kabul's dependence on Beijing. With the US gone, China fills the power vacuum, not with soldiers, but with engineers and investors. If China can stabilize Afghanistan and profit, it's a huge win for their model. For China, the obstacles are just part of the investment. Their betting patience will pay off. Why should the world care? Because Afghanistan's minerals could reshape global power. If managed well, this wealth could lift Afghanistan out of poverty and fund a stable future. But the resource curse is real. Riches could fuel corruption and conflict instead. For the world, China's dominance over these minerals is a strategic concern. If Beijing locks up Afghan lithium and rare earths, it could control the supply chains for green tech. That means more leverage over everything from electric cars to wind turbines. The story of Afghanistan's minerals is about the future, who controls the building blocks of tomorrow's economy. As China plays its patient game, the world watches the next chapter in the great game. Will Afghanistan's buried treasure be a blessing or a curse? The answer is being written right now, beneath the Afghan dust.